How many ways can I scam you? We're going to take a look at that in just a moment. Hey, this is Bob Vineyard, your Medicare expert with the Georgia Medicare Minute. I tell you, it seems like people our age are, it's almost like we have a target on our back. Everybody in the world is out to scam us, trick us, trap us, who knows what. And you just got to be really, really careful. And I've noticed some things in the last few weeks that, quite frankly, are a bit alarming. Let's talk about Medicare and also Social Security, but since this is the Georgia Medicare Minute, let's talk about Medicare primarily. But a lot of these tricks and traps and so forth that I mentioned can also apply to Social Security. Let's start with somebody calls you and they say they're from Medicare and I need to do this and I need you to do that because you're about to lose your Medicare coverage. That doesn't happen. Medicare doesn't call you. Okay, same for Social Security. They just don't call you. They send you a letter. Do it the old-fashioned way. They send you a letter, and it's not even by registered mail, but they do send you a letter. So if somebody calls and says they're from Medicare, don't believe them, hang up. Email, that's another popular way. You'll get a letter claiming to be from Medicare, and if you don't do such and click this link, then, hey, your account's in jeopardy and all this kind of stuff. Medicare will send you an email, but they're not going to tell you in the email, click this link. What they'll do is tell you to call 1-800-MEDICARE, or if you have a My Medicare account or my Social Security account, log in there. Do not click any links because, again, it's a scam, so watch out. The stuff comes in the mail. All kinds of solicitations, especially as you're leading up to age 65. The stuff that comes in the mail will start in some cases a year before you turn 65. And as you get closer to within 6 months or so of turning on 65, the deluge comes. I mean, it's just your mailman's going to curse you because of all the junk mail that's coming in. You'll also get a lot of phone calls and emails and all kinds of solicitations. And people will tell you, gosh, you need to sign up right now because the rates are going to go up if you don't. I got news for you. You can't even have a Medicare plan until you're 65 in most cases. You can't sign up for Medicare A and B until 3 months before your 65th birthday. Why in the world would you want to do something 6 months in advance before you even have your Medicare card? That's another trick. I'm not going to call it a scam, but it's a trick usually by weak insurance agents that are trying to trick you into committing now so that if anybody else ever contacts you, oh, well, I've already bought from Joe over here. He's a nice guy and he gave me a really good deal. Locked in my rates and everything. Just don't fall prey to that. And another thing along the same lines is you'll get people knocking on your doors, saying, hey, Alex Trebek sent me to deliver you this information. He knows how much you love watching Jeopardy and so forth. And I've got information on Medicare. Just don't answer the door, or certainly don't invite them in, because if somebody is coming to your home, whether it's because they knocked on the door or they called and set an appointment or you sent back a reply card, I got news for you. They're not going to leave until you buy something or call the cops. So those are two not very good choices. So just don't have people come into your home. Who wants strangers coming in anyway? That's just that's another thing. But this is what started all this idea about seniors getting scammed and tricked by Medicare come-ons. I get my ideas for these YouTube videos from different things, and one of them is I was looking for. I always like to do a Google search first to find out, well, are people actually looking for this particular topic or not? And sometimes I'll find that, there's 40 million, 50 million, 100 million search results out there. Well, that tells me, yeah, there's probably a lot of people out there looking for it. What really, really shocked me, and this, because I've been doing this for a long time, and what really shocked me was a few weeks ago, I started looking at the new Google search format. And what I have found is most of the results, at least half the results, and sometimes even more than that, on page 1 of Google are all paid ads. Not only are they paid ads, but you may be trying to find something from Medicare.gov. You're going to have to scroll all the way down past the ads and maybe even past some other sites that look like Medicare and sound like Medicare, including Medicare.com, which is not the same as Medicare.gov. Okay? I talked to a lady a week or two ago who, while I was talking to her, she said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Where did you get this information?" "Well, I just went on Medicare and I found it." And while I'm talking to her, she says, "Well, here, Medicare.com." And I said, "No. It's Medicare.gov. Medicare.com is a private site owned by an insurance agency. She said, "Well, this is where I bought my plan before." And I said, "Well, that may be a problem then." So just be very, very careful. You go looking for Medicare information. And here's what I found out, just to give you an idea. Medicare scams. Well, a lot of the Medicare scams come up, believe it or not, that really are scams, or they're tricks or traps or whatever. Enroll in Medicare. That's another search term you can put in, and you're going to get a whole bunch of results. Private sites, they're hoping to get you to, "Here, come on over here, you can sign up for Medicare through here. And oh, by the way, we're capturing your information, so we're going to try and sell you something." Medicare Plan Finder. This is a big one. It was a mess last year. This is Drug Plan Finder, although the other Medicare Plan Finder isn't much better. This got totally messed up last year when the folks at Medicare decided they needed a new plan finder, so they fired the old folks who were managing it and hired some new people who don't know what they're doing. And the folks who reviewed the new plan finder said, "This is fantastic. This is great. It's so much easier." Until they got insurance agents involved, and they looked at it and they said, "You can't find out anything that you need to know, such as what is the lowest total plan cost." It's just not in there. And there's a whole bunch of art, but I've got numerous videos on the new plan finder. The point is that if you go searching for something and you think you're going to end up on Medicare.gov, or you're going to end up on a place that's actually going to give you good, solid information without a sales pitch, you got to be really careful. You got to look at these results, these search results, and make sure, is this what I think it is? And even this includes carrier sites too. Carriers will do the same thing. They know you're out there looking for information, even if it's drug plan information. And they say, "Oh, come over here, we got our drug plan's the best," and all this kind of stuff. And you get over there, and once you get on the site, instead of telling you about a Medicare drug plan, they're going to tell you about Medicare Advantage plan, and that's going to be featured prominent, first and foremost on there. Medicare Advantage. Maybe you don't want a Medicare Advantage, but they sure are going to try and get you to buy one. They really are. So there's just a lot of tricks out there, and I got news for you. I don't trick people. I don't have to trick people. I give them the straight information. And if they like what they hear, okay, maybe we'll do some business. If they don't, they go somewhere else. There's never any pressure. I call it, this is the no selling zone. Because if you're looking for information, I'm willing to give it to you. I give it to you by phone. I give it to you by email. It's really up to you. This includes quoting rates. Medigap rates, be glad to give them to you by phone. Send you a report by email. Because I want to earn a right to be your agent. Basically by giving out information, no strings attached, I call it my offer you can't refuse. Because if nothing else, after talking to me or emailing me, you're going to be a better informed consumer than you were before that. So I want to help, and I want a chance to earn your business. That's all I want. This is Bob Vineyard, your Medicare expert with the Georgia Medicare Minute. You take care and have a great day.